following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. On the visitors' sideline, it is Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His team at 500, 2-2 through the first 4 games of the season. The other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado, Shedeur Sanders.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building, because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win.
A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rito going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henderson. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, you made the right move. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 2-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be let out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
So as he takes the field, Mike, he's coming off an incredibly productive game, and it's really the 4 touchdowns that stands out to us. But to him, all he could think about all week is eliminating the 2 interceptions. He told us, he said, I have to continue to be productive and have the positive plays, but at the same time, I've got to do a better job eliminating the negative.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Detroit.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations? So certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Now here's a keeper on his own route. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Looking out of the gun is Milton. Quick throw here is complete.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
70, Timberwolves. 79 Broncos.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience. Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
And he's back. They push him backwards.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Ready, ready?
Play action. Now it's Milton. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Touchdown, Detroit. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough. In a moment, this drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Catch is made. That is Williams. We get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Let's go. Viking 18. Go.
From the gun, it's Shador. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, New England. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Pats are on top. It's now 10-7.
Lions 7.
So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
60 Vikings, 60.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And they'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the 1st down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. It is 2nd and 6.
At the 19-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
Hey. Cougar 19. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Steady.
From the gun, here's Milton. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Looking to throw. It's Milton. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
They'll look to throw for it with Milton. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll go. Here's Milton. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on
Look
down.
at 19. Here we go. Ready?
As Shador on 1st down. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Check.
On the ground, here is Henderson. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Now backwards to the 2. 3rd and long.
Yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Once more. One of his... Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. Well, that could have been a lot worse. Very fortunate to have a teammate there at that moment to come up with the recovery. But Greg, still in all, it is a safety at 2 points for the defense.
Mike, ball security is at a premium when you find yourself backed up on your own goal line. In this case, the running back does not secure the ball right. And as you said, he's fortunate that wasn't a touchdown, but instead, just the safety.
Taken at the 19. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10.
Go! 70 Lions.
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Down inside the 10. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. It is a huge play for Detroit. Pickup of 46 yards.
Ready, set.